Sandy says read. Welcome to the channel. We're going to do this in one take because the 24-hour poetry marathon is going to start shortly, and I need to get to the writing area and start that. This is the before Imaginarium tag. I gotta get stuff done. I know I look a little crazy. Usually I do all purple. Guys, okay, look, it's the basket is empty. I just got to get stuff moving here, okay? I threw on some purple. That's the best you're getting today. Let's start. The Before Imaginarium tag. Imaginarium convention for creatives of all types is coming up really soon. It starts July 9th through 11th in Louisville. It's coming up really soon, so I need to get this tag done so I can share it with the world and get other folks to participate. So we're gonna get this done. There'll be no editing. This is just happening. All right, number 1, introduce yourself and tell us where you're from. I am author Sandy Lender. I'm from Central Florida. I'll be driving up for the convention because I got to put a lot of stuff in the car. Number 2, what is the panel you're most looking forward to while attending Imaginarium 2022? You guys, when you go to the Imaginarium site, you'll see there's a tab for workshops and panels. There are so many to attend. There are so many going on. It's hard to pick one that I'm most excited to attend. I'm participating in, I think, 7 this year. But there are 2 that I'm kind of excited about because of the conversation they'll get moving, and those are a creatives mental health. That one's Saturday at 4:15 in the Claiborne room, and how writing can benefit your mental health. That one is Saturday at 5 in the carriage room. So we can all just like pick up and move to the next room together for those 2. I'm moderating one of them, and I need to figure that out, and the other one I'm just a panelist on that one. But those 2 I think are going to be really helpful and useful for the creatives who are attending the convention, and I encourage you to attend those if you can. All right, number 3, what is the workshop you're most looking forward to participating in at Imaginarium 2022? There are a ton of workshops you can participate in again this year, writing related, screenplay related, editing related, craft related, business related. There are so many filmmaking related. There are so many workshops going on this year that you can pick and choose which ones are going to be perfect for what you're trying to get out of this year's convention. I'm going to be leading one on Thursday night before the convention officially starts. It is called the Short Story Marathonarium workshop, and that's the one I'm most excited about, obviously, but I'm most excited about that one because it is geared to not just help folks get a short story created that night, but it's also going to get you published in the anthology we're preparing. That anthology is going to, well, not just get you published, but it's also going to help promote and market the fact that Imaginarium has an anthology and is going to be having its 10-year anniversary next year, and there's a lot of excitement and growth happening with Imaginarium, and that anthology will help promote that. The theme of the anthology is your imagination is the foundation. I mean, and that's what Imaginarium is. Your imagination doing all the great creative things. So that short story marathon is going on Thursday, July 7th from 5:30 to 8:30, and again, and that tab on the website, the workshops and panels, it's at the very bottom. When you go through all those panels that are available to you, at the very bottom, the short story marathonarium link is down there. Number 4, have you read any of the works in the Imagine Awards for 2022? And last year when I asked that question, I hadn't read any of them, and I was kind of embarrassed about the fact that I hadn't. This year, I've read 3. One of them is my own, but the category for Best Literary Fiction Novel for 2022, I've read all 3 finalists in that category. And I'll put the link to that video describing those novels in the drop-down box below, in the little comment field below. so you can watch that video if you wish. But there are a bunch of categories in the Imagine Awards program: screenplays, poetry, nonfiction, I think there's a memoir category. Go look it up. You'll see there. If you look on that website again, there's a category or a menu tab for the Imagine Awards, and there's just a host of cool works in that menu field. There's a lot of good stuff in there. And then between the awards ceremony that's happening on Saturday night, between that and the cosplay contest, I'm giving away this ginormous basket. So if you stop by my booth, in the vendor hall, you can get on the list to win that. Okay, number 5. Will you dress up for the masquerade or participate in the cosplay costume contest, which happens right after the awards ceremony? And what will you be? As you can see, I am not a contender for cosplay contests. You can see that I kind of fail at this. What will you guys be doing? Will any of you dress up as anything cool? What are you going to do? I know there are at least 3, if not 4. I think there's 4. Look on the website. There's going to be some cosplay troops that are coming to Imaginarium this year who will be in their fancy regalia. They'll be walking around the convention, throughout each day. So that's going to be exciting to see and to interact with those folks. But then there will be a masquerade ball after the awards ceremony, and there's that costume contest in between there. So that's going to be interesting. That'll be cool. Number 6. Which creative are you most excited to meet at Imaginarium 2022? Last year I had a list, and I know this year there's going to be a gal who is a professor of like classical literature, and I'm so embarrassed that I've forgotten her name. She's one of the panelists or a spotlighted guest. Once again, when you go to the website, you will see there is a menu tab for the spotlighted guests and panelists who are attending Imaginarium. And you'll be able to see, who all is coming and their credentials. And there's their titles, of publisher, editor, screenplay writer, filmmaker. These high-level creatives who are going to be attending Imaginarium that you can interact with. Go there and see the different creatives that you can get excited about meeting. And when you do this tag, tell us who you're excited about meeting. Where are we? Okay, number 7. What film from the film festival or awards are you most wanting to watch in this year's film festival? I did not prepare ahead of time. I don't know which one I'm wanting to watch. But I am making it a point this year to go over to the film festival side of the convention and watch a couple of the films. Because last year I didn't take that time, and I'm disappointed that I didn't. I wanted to see a couple of the films, and I just didn't make the time to do it. So this year, I'm making the time. Number 8. Which vendor in the exhibitor hall or creatives alley are you hoping to descend upon and buy something specific from? And I don't know. I mean, last year I had a couple of specific vendors I knew that I needed to hit their tables and get specific books. I mean, I knew I needed to get a sequel at Kathy Jackson's table, and I knew I needed to get a sequel at Carol Preflattish's table. I knew I needed to hit those spots. I'm not remembering who I need to target this year. So maybe I'll make that list before I get in the car and drive up there. So tell us, when you do this tag, tell us which vendor you need to go target. And number 9, tag some folks. Do this tag, please. I'll put this list of questions in the comment field below, the drop-down box, so that you don't have to rewatch this mess and find these questions within it. I'll put that in the comment box below so that you've got easy access to it. And I think that's all. You guys, I look forward to seeing you at Imaginarium 2022 in Louisville in just a couple weeks. It's coming up really quick. The Star Chamber show on Wednesday evenings is going to have a quick Imaginarium recap. They're going to be talking about all the cool things that are coming up, because I know that I have missed a lot of stuff. I mean, this was very quick because I I'm just going to upload this thing. No editing. This is raw and uncut. And so they will have a much, much better recap of all the good things going on. Holly Philippi and Steven Zimmer, they know what's happening there because they're behind the scenes. They've got all the goods. So I encourage you to watch the Star Chamber show on Wednesday evening. Watch it. Listen to the Star Chamber show on Blog Talk Radio. I'll put a link to that in the drop-down box as well. So I need to get to that so I can then get to the Poetry Marathon. Big things to do. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that you subscribe to the channel, follow the channel, click the bell notification icon thingy, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in Louisville.